Okay, well, listen, we're here because we're a boxers organization, right? And even though we're not getting anything from this, I want to support it because I know that down the road they're going to want to do business with the American Boxing Organization, and I hope that you guys like what we do. You know, we're here to support the fighters, and we're here now. Where can people find you guys? What do you guys do? Talk to us.
Well, I'm a manager for Carlos Nava and Ivan Vasquez that are both fighting this weekend. And, you know, I've been helping them, you know, since Carlos was pro debut. And then I got involved with Ivan when he was around, I guess, 3-0. And, you know, basically formed a little management company. But I got involved with, kind of like you guys, you know, we're not here to get rich doing this. This is a very, very expensive sport. And my background is real estate. I own a real estate company, and I started boxing and really kind of fell in love with the sport at their gym. And I was basically the only white guy in the whole gym, so it was, you know, they really took me in. And but I saw that, you know, how expensive the sport was, so I started giving a little money to these guys, kind of helping them out. And then as I started learning about the sport more, I applied and got my manager's license with the state of Texas, and so that way I could start coming and come to the weigh-ins and go backstage and be them. And and then I started going out and raising more money for the guys from other, you know, friends that are in business, other companies, and trying to bring in sponsors. But Carlos Nava had such a good showing in his first 2 fights that one of the big last show that we were in Galveston, guy that was watching him, Joe Graham, came up to me after the fight, and Joe's extremely successful, has a company called Benson Commodities, commodity trading company, and Joe said, hey, I want to get on board and help sponsor Carlos long term. And between myself and Joe putting in significant amount of money so we could basically, we know how much it costs to get from 1-0 to 10-0. And so we've kind of set out a budget, and which, you know, I mean, you almost have to budget on the low end $2,500 up to $5,000 per fight, you know, and so we're investing enough money to do marketing, build up the profile, you know, because we believe in Carlos. Everyone feels like he's a prospect and might be able to go be a champion.
He is a prospect.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can tell you that right now. He's definitely a prospect.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing about him is when he looks at me or you in the eye and says, I want to be a champion, I believe it. I mean, I can just tell by his confidence in his voice. And, you know, someone investing their hard-earned money. I
can tell you, I see it in the ring.
Yeah, thank you. I think so too.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. I mean, we're not in this to. We know that the money we put in, and someday he may outgrow us, and one of these big management companies come along. But we don't take any money from them. We don't, you know, they make so little as it is that. But I'm here to, you know, like I said, I want to help see 2 boxers really grow and do something good for the sport. I mean, we need more people to get involved financially if we want to keep the sport going, and you know, have good, you know, sanctioning fights that down here. But I don't know. I think boxing is on the comeback now, and you know, MMA has been so big for so long. I really want to see boxing, you know, make a resurgence and come back, and without all of us getting involved and helping it make it happen, makes it.
So how can we play it forward, and how can people find you guys for investments or real estate? So that, I mean, in this business, it's the American Boxing Organization. We're about building relationships, long-lasting relationships, and I want to establish a relationship with this man, and I want a relationship like I have with El Tigre and other promoters like Joe DeGuardia and other promoters from abroad. Where can people find you if they want a house or if they want to invest? Talk to us about that. So, you know, my name is George Huntoon, and my nickname or brand name is Local George. Local meaning I'm from here, and because these days no one's from here anymore. So basically, if you go up localgeorge.com, that's my website, or you can just Google my name, George Huntoon. And my phone number is 713-870-9747. I would say look me up or give me a call, reach out to me, even on Facebook, just my name, George Huntoon.
And I would love to talk to people about getting involved, whether it's $200, $300, $1,000, or thousands. But the idea is you can get behind a fighter. And the way I kind of go out to my business friends and tell them, I say, hey, look, guys, I got this great fighter. Have you ever been to a fight? I get them to come to one of these fights, and they have a blast. I mean, a lot of people have never actually been to a fight. To go to a Vegas fight, one of the big ones, that's very expensive, and some people have. But so I'll get these guys to come out and see a fight, and they're like, man, this is really cool. And actually, if someone's listening to this and in the business world, these things are great to invite clients to. Buy a table for $800 or $1,000. Invite 6, 7 of your best clients.
And it's a write-off.
It's a write-off, of course.
And it's a write-off.
And it's different than anything you've done. You don't typically, you have Texans game, those things, and those are very expensive. But and these fights are all over town. But you invite your clients to come to these fights. They think, and that's what happened this last fight. These guys came to the fight. These businessmen, Joe Graham, extremely successful, and they saw it. But the way I basically tell guys is I say, hey, look, this is like buying into a racehorse, okay? Racehorse is incredibly expensive. You almost never get your money. You're doing it for the fun of it. And I say, look, we're all going to buy in to this fighter, okay? And we're going to go long term, and we may never see a penny in this back, but what we're going to do is have a good time while we're doing it. It's going to be all of us together. We're all part of the same team, all using our strengths and connections to help build this guy up, because, and it's like a horse race. You go to the different races, you might win some, you take some pictures with your racehorse, and if after several races we might be doing good, we go to maybe one of the big name races, and maybe, just maybe, we get to go to the Kentucky Derby. Now maybe we're not the Kentucky Derby race, maybe we're race number 3 on the card, which is still an honor to be there, but then
a journey.
But then who knows? Maybe you do break out and get to a top level race. So with the boxers, for me, I say, look, after we get these guys to 10-0, 11, 12-0, there's a really good chance we can get a Vegas fight eventually. And that way, and of course everyone's eyes light up, and that would be awesome. We all go to Vegas with our fighter, get to be part of the entourage, the walkout.
Yeah.
And, and so, again, it's about having fun while we're doing this. And, myself, we've all been blessed in the business world that, hey, look, let's help, these guys and make them successful and really do a good thing. And then, of course, companies that want to, as we build up our fighters, bigger and bigger, and they are getting more notoriety, then bigger sponsors, commercial, will come along, and then same with our businesses too. We can use that as marketing. With some, but businesses that are out there. I mean, it's a write-off. Go ahead and put in $250, $500.
Even the losses are write-offs.
Even the losses are write-off. And and like I said, partnering with ABO too. I mean, these are these are really great fights. But we can really do a lot for people to expand their brand. But that's really kind of I really encourage people to think about it. Come check out a fight. Give me a call. I can kind of talk to people and get you involved. But there's nothing better than becoming part of a team and carrying them through and seeing someone. It's like a bad drug. You can never get out of the boxing world. Once you see a fight and you're part of a winning team, oh man, you're hooked.
Yeah.
You're hooked.
Well, I want to say thank you, my man.
Yeah, thank you.
Check us out. Here's my business card. Find me. Subscribe, like, and share.
Excellent.
All right, my man.
Excellent. Thank you so
very
much, man.
Thank
awesome.
you.